Where's the nil? He knows we're starting right now, yeah?
Daylight, command me
I know how to get him.
where to go.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Ah! Let's do this.
Thank you all for coming to this special occasion, but right now we'd like a little privacy.
We just got out the cinema watching Beetlejuice. Want to say thank you very much to Warner Brothers for giving us an early access into the screening, and this is our review, straight off the cuff. Let's go straight into it. What do you think?
What do you think? You start.
Me?
What do you
Okay,
think?
cool. I think
You always deflect everyone else.
Yeah,
What do you
no,
think?
you're right.
Go on.
It's a fun watch. I would say that. I didn't go in there expected to come out of the film thinking it's a critically acclaimed film or anything like
course.
that. I knew what I was going into. I didn't have high expectations, but on the other end, I had a fun time watching that film. There was a lot of gags within there that made me go ha ha ha, and there's other things that come with it too. But that's just a general consensus, or not consensus, but that's just an overall of what I think. What do you think, Aaron?
I think you hit the nail on the head with it's a fun watch. It's a good time. Like you said, no one's going in there thinking that we're going to get Oscar worthy things, VFX, performances, or direct anything like that. It's Tim Burton doing what he does best.
Yeah.
And I think when we criticize so many of these sequels that are like long gapped sequels, they don't capture the essence. I feel like it captured the essence.
100%.
I think obviously we weren't born at the time this original came out, but I think that it was better than the first one.
Yeah.
I think there were some solid individual performances.
Definitely.
Catherine O'Hara as, is it Delia?
Yeah, she was good.
She was very funny.
Yeah.
I don't know the guy's name who was playing her. What's the one she was going to marry?
The one she was going to marry.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Her manager slash boyfriend.
Yeah.
He had some good one-liners. And Willem Dafoe in his limited time bought what he does best.
Yeah.
And obviously Michael Keaton absolutely smashed it again.
100%. I watched the film, the original film, literally a day before.
Yeah.
And what I will say, 100%, the new film captures the essence of the first one, but they've just made it better. I feel like the story was more well-rounded. You felt a bit more invested in the characters. Jenna Ortega as well. She fits perfectly into that world of Tim Burton. We've seen her in Wednesday with Tim Burton. And I just don't know how Tim Burton makes the worlds. They're so unrealistic, but grounded at the same time.
And you can fathom the worlds he's building
Yeah.
for sure, and I think he does an amazing job at building worlds. Like, you definitely feel immersed within them. You feel a part of them, that's for sure. And I think this film as a whole, it's a really good medicine for escapism. Where I was sitting in that cinema for the hour and a half, hour 48 minutes, whatever the runtime exactly is, and not one moment was I thinking what's going on outside. I was fully immersed in the world, and I enjoyed this film quite a bit.
Yeah. In terms of stuff that, obviously it was a great film, and it's not something that you're going to be looking for underlying themes and messages, although some people probably will. My slight nitpick with it was I think it may have been too ambitious for its own good. When I say that, it tried to incorporate a lot of different storylines. Obviously, you had the what is the main character's name? I keep forgetting the main character's name.
Deetz.
Yeah, Winona Ryder's character. Obviously, she's getting married. She has her troubles with her daughter, Jenna Ortega. You had Beetlejuice and his thing with Dolores, Monica Bellucci's character, and then you had Jenna Ortega's character with the boyfriend, the boys she was meeting.
Yeah.
3 storylines that were going on simultaneously, and Willem Dafoe trying to catch.
Saying
Michael
that, thinking
Keaton.
about it, I think the ex-wife, that whole saga, I don't think that necessarily needed to
Because
happen.
Yeah.
that's what I was going with it, because I feel like by having all this stuff, the boy, I forgot the names, but when Michael Keaton drops him in, he falls into, I assume, hell. That felt a bit swept under the rug, and it happened very quickly. And then when the sandworm eats Monica Bellucci's character,
That happened
Dolores,
quick as well.
it felt a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because they were trying to be very ambitious, which ultimately is probably a good thing, that they tried to do so much and so many different concepts.
Yeah.
But I think either they give it a bit more runtime, or you just hold it back and do it for another film. I don't know.
You know that moment where his character and Jenna Ortega, they went for a kiss? I felt like that was not that payoff wasn't well enough for me. Like, I just felt like that kind of just happened in the sparse of the moment, and then they just move on to the next bit of the story. For the narrative, I didn't think that didn't really land well with me. because I feel like that relationship wasn't obviously explored to a degree.
What would
to
you
get
come
that.
out and say the main storyline was? Out of the 3 or 4, would you say it's the Beetlejuice and Dolores?
No, I think it is the storyline of getting Jenna Ortega's character back
Yeah.
home.
Okay.
I think that's definitely the key driver in this film. And one of the biggest things about it, although Beetlejuice is obviously in the title and everything, but
He's like an anti-hero.
yeah, it did feel like that, and it felt more like within this film we're meant to like Beetlejuice a lot more in his character as opposed to the
Well,
first
they
one.
needed him.
It's
Like,
true.
he's the only
but
one.
then they done a U-turn on him and got rid of him.
Well, he had his moment towards
Yeah.
the end where they had that whole ceremony, which was nice for him, and then he moved on. What I will say, my favorite character in this, let me make sure I'm getting the name right, is Catherine O'Hara's.
Yeah.
She-
Is it Delia?
Yeah, I think
That is something like
her
that.
character is just, and what I realized in the film is, it's like a juxtaposition on life, in the fact that they're beefing up these people. She's an artist. She was videoing herself crying.
That was so funny.
It's hilarious. Like the epitome of an out of touch artist who is engulfed in just artistry.
Yeah.
That's her character.
Art is life.
Art is life,
Yeah.
and it's so funny. In the first one, she was funny. This one, she was funny. I
And
think
she
she
got a
stole
payoff
the
as
show.
well. She got a payoff. She got reunited with her husband.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For me, she stole the show.
And there's also
I
the
agree.
storyline with the Jenna Ortega's dad. I felt like
Yeah,
we know that he died in Brazil,
yeah.
but we didn't really get the payoff. The payoff was good, but the build-up wasn't.
I was really surprised when I saw the dad. I didn't think the dad was going to be in the picture.
When we saw pictures of him,
Yeah.
I knew that he'd be featuring in it.
Yeah,
At some
but there was
point-
so
at
much
some
going
point,
on. I was
yeah.
just thinking, how are they going to do it?
Yeah.
They did it. Yeah, I think if you get a chance to go watch this film,
It's a fun
definitely
watch.
go watch
It's a
this
fun
film.
watch.
Yeah, like if you've watched the first one and you liked it, you're 100% gonna like the new one.
Even if you've disliked the first one, I
Definitely.
feel like
You're
you
right.
can go into this
You're right.
coming out of it and enjoying it.
Even
I
if
feel
you-
like there's a lot of moments in this film where there's a lot of social commentary, but it's like hidden away with a lot of jokes.
Do you know what? He gives me the vibe of a character similar to Deadpool. Beetlejuice. The way he interacts.
He is a bit tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
if you think about it.
That's what his
Even he broke
character is.
the broke the
One-liners,
fourth wall quite
quite a few times.
one
Like,
line-
one time I remember.
a lot of one-liners, literal comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a star of the show, and that's literally why he's in the title.
And are you surprised that after all these years he can still pull it off? Apparently he did no rehearsals
That's
and he
crazy.
just dived right into it. So
that's insane.
It's crazy because you don't ever think, you don't ever picture, that's Michael Keaton. When
Yeah.
I'm watching, I'm thinking,
It's Beetlejuice.
yeah.
which is a testament to him, I suppose.
Definitely.
But yeah, one more big thank you to Warner Bros. For
Definitely.
the invitation. We hope to
Thank
be
you
doing
very
many
much.
more early screenings. It's just a good experience. And yeah,
like, comment, subscribe if you
Follow
like
us
the
on-
video.
Yeah, follow us on TT Motions Talk at TikTok and Instagram. And if
We're
you
trying to
like-
reach 1K.
Yes, we are. We are. Thank you very much for watching our review, and we shall see you in the next episode of Through the Motions. Take care and goodbye.